Look at this little guy. He's ready to go to sleep. So we're just going to do a simple sun salutation. I'm going to show you a half sun salutation if you're just looking for something quick, or maybe you've never done yoga before. I feel that the best place to start is just small bits. Don't overwhelm yourself, there's no need to. There's no rush. We have our entire lives to discover and be curious. So find that alignment of the knees over the ankles, the hips over the knees, and the shoulders over the hips. Standing with your palms open, facing the front of the room. Drawing the crown of the head up, breathing through that line all the way from the tailbone up to the crown of the head. Seeing if you can feel the breath, the energy of the universe holding you here. Inhaling, lifting the hands overhead, allowing the shoulder blades to draw down the back. Looking up if that feels right for you. And then as we exhale, we're going to push the arms out and hinge at the hips into a forward fold. Your forward fold is going to be as far or as gentle as your body needs it today. And whatever that looks like, just listen to your body. For it is such a gift that we have this communication. It tells us what we need and where to go. Wherever you are in your forward fold, inhale. Bringing your hands halfway up, drawing the tailbone to the back of the room and the crown of the head to the front, making a flat back. Then exhale back into your forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms up to your sides for a reverse swan dive as they come overhead. And then exhale, bringing the hands to heart center, which is a half sun salutation. I'm going to do it from front view and invite you to do it with me. Over time, with additional practice, these movements will become natural for your body and easier to remember. So we're going to begin our Tadasana. Feet are hip-width distance apart. The knees are over the ankles and the hips over the knees. So shoulders drop back and we open our chest, bringing the shoulders over the hips and the crown of head in line with the tailbone. Palms are facing open as we take a deep breath in, receiving all of this energy that is here for us to bask in, to generously give back with love. So we can take that love in again and amplify it every time we exhale, intentionally. Inhaling, gently sweeping our arms overhead, looking up, exhaling, allowing the arms to spread out to our sides as we hinge at the hips with a slight bend in our knee into a forward fold. Inhaling, bringing the hands halfway up as we draw the crown of the head towards the front of the room and the tailbone towards the back, creating a flat back, and exhaling down into our forward fold again. Inhaling, reversing the swan dive as we sweep the arms up to our sides, lifting overhead, and exhaling back to heart center. This is something simple that you can do while you're making your coffee in the morning. It doesn't have to be a big event, because the big event in this all is that you're taking time to come back to yourself. And that is so, so monumental. Okay, let's see if we're still running with time. Yes, we are. So if you're looking for something a bit more physical, I'm also going to take you through a full sun salutation with modifications. So let's come back to the front of our mats. You're getting into Dasana mountain pose. Inhaling the hands overhead. Exhaling, sweeping the arms out to our sides like wings, coming into our forward fold. As we inhale into a flat back, reaching the crown of the head towards the front of the broom, the tailbone back, and exhaling into our forward fold. So this time we step into a plank pose. So we're going to inhale here for a moment, and then either come down to our knees or to our chest as we lower all the way down for what's known as a chaturanga. And for the sake of this instructional video, I'm going to move back a bit. So we've exhaled into our plank, hugging our elbows into, we've exhaled into our chaturanga, hugging the elbows into the ribs. And then we're going to inhale, pushing those elbows back, pressing the pubic bone down into the floor. So we peel the heart and the crown of the head up, opening the chest. And then exhaling, we're going to step back into down dog by sending the hips up and back. I'm going to move forward so you can see that better. Your knees can be bent if that allows you to take this shape more effectively and comfortably. We're trying to send the chest back towards the thighs. Of course, it's not going to get there, but that's an easy way to envision this shape. Spreading the hands nice and wide, with the wrist creases in line to the front of the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to look forward and walk back to the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. Taking that flat back as we draw the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Tailbone back on our inhale, and then exhaling back into a forward fold. Inhaling, bending the knees slightly to raise the arms in a reverse swan dive over the head. Bringing the hands back to heart center. I'm going to go through one facing the front of the camera so you can get another repetition in and see it from a different perspective. All right. So beginning in our mountain pose or Tadasana, we're going to lift the hands overhead. Exhaling, hinging at the hips, spreading arms out nice and wide into a forward fold. Inhaling, drawing the crown of the head and the tailbone into a straight line, allowing the breath to come through us. And exhaling, stepping into our forward fold and then a plank. Going to inhale here, really ground down through the fingers, the hands, and the strength of our arms. Then on an exhale, we're going to hug the elbows in towards the rib cage, lowering to our chest or our knees for chaturanga. Coming all the way down to the mat as we press the pubic bone down into the earth. Peeling the heart and the crown of the head up. Allowing the shoulder blades to draw down the back. Exhaling, sending the hips up and back as we step into a down dog. Inhaling, looking forward. Walking back to the front of our mat into a forward fold. Then inhaling again into that flat back. Exhaling into forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping the hands up and overhead. And exhaling, bringing them to heart center once again. That is a full sun salutation. Again, something that you can do as you're making your morning coffee. Or maybe before you go to bed. So I hope today that you may have gotten a better idea of where to begin your journey, or where to remember that you are on your journey, because we've all started this the minute that we opened our eyes and came into this earth. And it never ends. This is simply a point of remembering where we are. Thank you for sharing your energy with me through the attention you put into this video. The light within me sincerely honors and recognizes the light within you. Namaste.